Hi, we just finished meeting for pronunciation practice on Tuesday, March 7th, and we started with adoration. Adoration. Just the verb adore. The OR really sounds like or. Adore. But when it's the noun, the OR is not stressed and it just changes to Ador. Adoration. This one, ointment. Oint. When you finish your oi, your tongue is very high and just hold it there to make the in. Oint. And your tongue is going to the in position, which is the same as the T position. So don't release the air. Oint. Just hold it. Oint. And then ment. The final T you can also hold in the T position and not say ointment. Just hold it. Ointment. Ointment. Pure. I put this little p because you're not really making pure, but your lips are closed and you're starting with your tongue in the Y position. So then when you begin moving your tongue for the Y, you open your lips and the air does come out, but there shouldn't be any delay like pure, 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 pure water, pure joy. The past tense of number 7, which is sew, which could be like, so, what do you have? Or let's sew on a button. The past tense for the action of sewing is sewed. I just learned that today. I don't know. It's not something I usually need, but sewed. Yesterday, I sewed a button on. I need to make this connection. Sewed a button on. Button on. I sewed a button on. So, present tense. So, today, I'll sew on a, all connected, sew on a new button. So, today I'll sew on a new button. Show. That's a great show. So, the difference between number 7, so, is the clear S. Your tongue makes a very small, narrow opening for the air to have more pressure. So, and for number 8, the tongue is a little more relaxed and more air goes over the tongue to make a sh sound. And if you have trouble finding the position for sh, make the be quiet sound sh. And that could help you because you need to round your lips some, not too much, but sh. Your lips are rounded. Show. And then they get more rounded for the O. That's a great show. And then we have this list of very similar sounding words and looking words. I divided these into syllables so you can see where all of these letters come from and what sounds they make. Conscious. All of this CIOUS is just shis or shus. Conscious. Conscious. This means you're aware of something. If you're self conscious, you have too much awareness of yourself. My heart is beating. I can feel I don't have enough spit. People are looking at me. All of those things that make you too aware of yourself. Consciousness. So without this being divided into syllables, it does look rather confusing. Look at all those vowels. But really, if you break it down, consciousness. Consciousness. This one, conscience. I made this in red to remind you that that's mainly the difference between number 9, conscious, and number 11, conscience. Because you're going to go from the N to an S and a little T will just accidentally happen. But if you need to make these more different or think about them more differently in your mind, make this a shints. Shints. You'll have an N, stop the airflow, and make it S. This is your moral thinking. Do you think this is the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do? Conscience. Conscientious. Now this is weird because we're dividing science, which here is science, into two syllables. Shein. Conscientious. Conscientious. Conscientiousness. So you're just adding on a ness. Conscientiousness. So that's a lot. Let's do them without me talking. Conscious. Consciousness. Conscience. Conscientious. Conscientiousness. Security. This CU is really a KY cure. Security. Sanctuary. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sanctuary. These are spelled differently, but they sound the same. Marion. Marion. And then the difference between cloth, a piece of cloth, or a washcloth is fabric. Maybe I should put that here. Yeah. And the TH is voiceless. Cloth. Only air. And the vowel is ah. Cloth. And then 18 is the verb. If it ends with the E after the TH, it's always a verb, like bathe. Well, there's not too many of those. Teeth. Clothe. So the voiced th, clothe. Help me clothe the baby means put clothes on. Close can be I bought new clothes or close the door. Same thing. The TH here just completely disappears. Cloth, clothe, close. Sincerely, sincerely. Salutation, salutation. And it made me think of greetings and salutations from the movie Heathers. Alan, a person's name. It can be spelled either way, but it sounds exactly the same. Alan. And then a good contrast between the E as in he and the I as in hit. So remember, E as in he is the same as eat. Very high. Your tongue should be very high and very tense. He, eat, feel. And then the lower one is hit, it. And this one was fill. So when you say feel, your tongue's very high. Fill, feel, fill. And it's that same small difference between team and Tim. So feel, fill, team, Tim. And ma'am. Really, we have that little apostrophe there because it's taking the place of the D in madam. So Americans rarely use madam. They're using ma'am. And it's spelled with that little apostrophe between the A's because we're leaving out the D. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am. The vowel is a. All right, I think that's it. Thank you. It was good to practice with everybody. And if you weren't here, I hope you can join us sometime, or I hope the video is helpful for you. Thanks. Have a good day.